Your refusal to play office politics is the reason you're not getting ahead. Many find the phrase office politics distasteful, associating it with manipulation or deceit. Yet dismissing it entirely is a luxury few can afford. Power dynamics exist in every organization, whether you choose to acknowledge them or not. To ignore these currents is to drift aimlessly, often into the wake of those more strategic. This isn't about becoming a corporate villain. It's about understanding the game so you can play it effectively, ethically, and ultimately win. Today we delve into the timeless wisdom of Niccolò Machiavelli, not to endorse ruthlessness, but to distill principles of influence and protection that are startlingly relevant in our modern workplaces. This is about securing your position, advancing your career, and safeguarding your contributions. Let's begin. Consider a scenario where a colleague consistently presents your ideas as their own in team meetings. Your manager, perhaps busy, perhaps oblivious, never quite connects the dots. Your contributions are absorbed into another's narrative, and your efforts diluted. The problem isn't your ideas, it's your perceived inability to protect them, or rather your lack of strategic presence. This brings us to Machiavellian rule number 1, appear harmless, be formidable. The core principle here is the mastery of perception. You must control how others see you, not just how you see yourself. Project an image of collegiality and cooperation, while simultaneously cultivating an undeniable competence and strategic awareness that makes you a force to be reckoned with. Machiavelli, in his astute observation of human nature, wrote, "Men are generally more careful of doing injury to one who makes himself loved than to one who makes himself feared." The reason is that love is a link of obligation which, owing to the baseness of men, is broken at every opportunity for their own advantage, but fear preserves you by a dread of punishment which never fails. In the modern context, this translates to commanding respect through your capabilities, not just through pleasantries. The takeaway is this: cultivate a reputation for being an invaluable team player, someone approachable and supportive. Yet, concurrently, ensure your work speaks volumes for itself, that your intellectual territory is clearly marked, and that any attempts to exploit your efforts are met, not with open confrontation, but with quiet, undeniable evidence of your ownership. Your perceived harmlessness makes you approachable. Your underlying competence makes you formidable. Now, let's consider a different challenge. You find yourself subtly undermined by a rival. This individual, vying for the same promotion, deftly casts doubt on your efficiency, questions your decisions in public forums, and perhaps even misrepresents your project updates to leadership. This isn't a direct attack. It's a slow erosion of your credibility, making you appear incompetent. Here we apply Machiavellian rule number 2. Cultivate allies, neutralize rivals. Understanding the landscape of power means identifying who benefits from your success and who benefits from your failure. Allies are not just friends. They are strategic partners who can vouch for your work, amplify your successes, and provide crucial intelligence. Rivals are not enemies to be destroyed, but forces to be understood and strategically managed. Machiavelli wisely stated, "He who has many enemies often perishes, but he who has many friends will always find some to assist him." While the political landscape of 16th century Italy differs vastly from today's corporate environments, the fundamental truth remains. Your takeaway: identify key stakeholders and colleagues who genuinely benefit from your work or share common objectives. Invest in these relationships, offer support, share insights, and build a network of reciprocal trust. For rivals, the approach is not to engage in open warfare, but to understand their motivations, anticipate their moves, and, if possible, find common ground or even integrate them into projects where their contributions can be steered positively. If neutralization is required, it comes not through conflict, but by making their undermining tactics ineffective and irrelevant through your established network and undeniable results. Before we move on, I'd be interested to hear your own experiences. Share in the comments below a time you navigated a tricky office politics situation. What did you learn? Finally, imagine this. Your performance is exceptional. You consistently exceed expectations, solve complex problems, and innovate. Yet your boss, rather than celebrating your achievements, seems wary, even threatened. Your high performance, instead of being an asset, is perceived as a potential threat to their own standing. This brings us to Machiavellian rule number 3. Never outshine the master. This isn't about mediocrity. It's about strategic presentation and the art of managing up. Insecure leaders can view ambitious, high-performing subordinates as a challenge to their authority, or even a precursor to their replacement. Machiavelli cautioned, "A prince therefore must not mind incurring the charge of cruelty for the purpose of keeping his subjects united and faithful. For, with a very few examples, he will be more merciful than those who, from excess of tenderness, allow disorders to arise, from whence spring murders and rapine. For these, as a rule, injure the whole community, while the executions carried out by the prince injure only individuals." Adapting this for the office, a leader's primary concern is their own stability and control. Your takeaway is this: continue to perform at the highest level, but master the art of sharing credit and presenting your successes in a way that elevates your superior rather than diminishes them. Frame your achievements as a direct reflection of their leadership, their vision, or their mentorship. Involve them early in critical projects, seek their guidance even when you know the path, and ensure they feel secure in their position, understanding that your success reinforces theirs. This isn't flattery, it's strategic deference, ensuring that your brilliance is leveraged, not resented. These 3 rules: appear harmless, be formidable, cultivate allies, neutralize rivals, and never outshine the master, are not mandates for unethical behavior. They are frameworks for understanding the often unspoken rules of power. To succeed in any competitive environment, you must comprehend its dynamics. By applying these principles with integrity, you can protect your work, advance your career, and build lasting influence without losing your authentic self. So which of these rules resonates most with your career right now? Let me know in the comments. If you seek more strategic wisdom to navigate the complexities of your professional journey, subscribe to this channel. And for further insights into mastering your career, watch these videos next.